That's right. Our guest on Strike a Chord is our first inaugural guest. We are honored to have Soarin return to the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. And Marissa's giving me the word right now.
We're having technical difficulties on maybe his end, so there's no Soarin yet.
Okay, cool. So I know Soarin's going to try to work his way on in here, but I just want to let everybody know we're in the middle of Strike a Chord, where we play you all the greatest music. If you actually physically or digitally pick up this record, you're gonna know these tracks. And Soarin is one of our first guests ever. You know, when I was trying to get the show going, even with Marissa, I was going, we always thought that this show was only gonna be strictly music until we realized that this show was becoming something more than we ever thought it would ever be. And so we're very stoked to have Soarin on. But for this moment, as we started to figure out how we can get Soarin in, I think the best way we could do this, Marissa, is by going ahead and jumping right on into the music video right now. And this song is great because the song's from 2014. And if you see what Soarin looks like now, this kid doesn't age.
True. I want his Botox. Whatever Botox he's using, I want this.
This kid never ages. He's a wild stallion. Check out this song right now. This song's called Verona.
You call me all the right words, but the right words sound so wrong. You say that I am changing, I guess I will be for too long. Will you give me a way out or a past to live down? Either way it couldn't be worse than it is now. Something keeps a river from sinking to the ground. Was I ever any different? The simplest ones, white lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you can be mine. As long as it rhymes, it's all that I'll ever need. I hear white lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you can be mine. We keep what we had. You told such simple lies. Now that we are free, Verona, won't you leave me out? Drive me to the city where every building shouts. I wanna hear some people, I wanna leave the windows down. I never could believe you, the simplest ones, white lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you can be mine. As long as it rhymes, it's all that I'll ever need. I hear white lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you can be mine. We keep what we had. You told such simple lies.
Hey, that song was from Soarin, and that song's called Verona, not Corona. Verona. And here we go. We got the
What's
one
up,
and only
everybody?
Soarin tuning on in to the Strike a Chord segment of the Chris Collins Show. How's it going?
It's going great. Good to see your beautiful faces again.
Right. You know what? I just learned a new Russian phrase on saying how are you, so I might as well spread the love. Kokadela.
Yeah. What is that?
Kokadela.
Cocadella.
Kokdela, right?
It's cockdilla. You're sounding like you sound English. It's cockdilla.
Oh, here, I'll say it
that's
more.
Russision.
Kokdila. No, okay, we'll give on. We're gonna move on from this.
But how did it devolve already into this?
Well,
I'm late, okay?
I was just having too much fun with Tom the Commie before you were on. But Soarin, we're very glad to have you back on, returning to the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. And let's get right on into this, because I know I'm happy to hear that during these unprecedented times, you've been working on new music as well as taking on covers of artists that you truly love. And recently, you've composed music for a father's son to surprise him on his birthday. How's that experience like so far?
Well, like all of 2020, it's just been a beautiful, beautiful dream. I posted an original song of mine, and a dad reached out on Instagram and said, "Hey, my son's birthday is next month. I love your voice. I love your music. Can you write a birthday song for my son? And I'll pay you $300. And so I was like, yeah, obviously that's like the perfect situation for me. I'm just at home making music anyway. That's going to be awesome. Long story short, I make a song, I produce a song, and it turns out that this was a scam, and this guy was trying to steal money from me. And it was the most 2020 thing that could have
I know, right? You're thinking all these starving artists are so excited to finally make something happen. And I know we're looking at Marissa's desktop, but we meant to show it because you were actually nice enough to actually send us the DM. So we're not lying to anybody when we say you actually got scammed by a fake Jerry Walters. And he's saying, hello, I saw this video and I really loved it. You write songs, right? Well, of course you have to if you're messaging the songwriter. But he goes, I want a surprise birthday song for my son as he turns 5. Just a simple birthday song with his name mentioned in it. And, you know, this is good enough to kind of give people the idea that this is truly a real scam that musicians will start to see more often during the holiday season. And that was only a part of the DM, but he was very descriptive about what he wanted in those songs and what were some of the elements that you had to bring into the music to satisfy his son's birthday.
Yeah, so I asked him, I was like, I want the song to be perfect. Let me know any details about your son, any details that you want in the song. And so he told me, like, we messaged for like 2 weeks before I found out that it was a scam. And he was like, his name's Solomon. We call him Solly. He's turning 5 next month. His favorite TV show is this. He has a puppy named Maxie. He loves Spider-Man. And it was like all totally normal conversations until I find out that it's honestly not even really a scam as much as it is a con, because it was someone like invading my personal life and getting me to do something. But at the end of the day, I was scammed into writing a song. And so that's not the worst thing that could have happened. I didn't ever give him any money. I figured out it was a scam before it got to that point. So.
Well, I know that you were nice enough, even though it's not fully mixed and complete. You did give us a little snippet. So we're going to play a little soundbite right now so everybody can kind of hear. Oh, it sounds so beautiful. Is that a banjo?
Ukulele.
See, I'm so off. It kind of sounds like it with the tunes.
You play guitar.
Now I hear the ukulele.
You play guitars. How did you not know that was?
I play electric guitar. I don't play no freaking little futon of a.
You know what? This reminds me a lot of the Beatles. Here.
Yeah. I love the drums. You know what? I want a birthday song from Soarin. You know, and I know that this is only a snippet, but do you plan on releasing this song to the public? Because I think that's what's going to make for such a fun story in the future for you in your career as being a musician moving forward in the next decade. Do you plan on releasing the full track?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a great story. And I think it just appeals to people's sense of like, this year is so messed up. And so I'm going to be happy to spin it in a way where it's like, yeah, something bad technically happened, but it's still cool and we still have this song and who knows what's going to come of it.
Absolutely. And I know that we got a song from you right now. And I love this one because you do a lot of these great YouTube covers on your YouTube channel, Soarin Music, which is incredible. So if you haven't subscribed, do your civic duty right now. And I got a song from you that I really love. I love this cover. This song is called Waymaker.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. Never stop, you never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 That is who you are.
Oh, the goosebumps that I get every time I listen to that subtle in voice. I mean, have you ever done ASMR, Justin? I mean,
Nobody needs that.
I could probably listen to you all day, give reports, and go just with that settling voice, and just give me a few piano keys, and I am sold. I love it, dude.
I love
thank
your
you.
new music coming out and watching your evolution throughout the last couple of years and really just like finding your voice. It's just beautiful. Really, really well done.
It's incredible, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, Marissa, because you posted something that I've actually mentioned on our Strike a Chord segment about 2 weeks back that startled the hell out of me. I actually received it from my producer, and it doesn't make me feel at ease when I hear this kind of talk from musicians like yourself, who I think you have a God-gifted gift that you have. And I wanted to read a little bit to it again for the listening audience who didn't hear it 2 weeks ago, but you wrote this IG post about new artists in the new decade. And you said, stay in the beautiful Thousand Oaks with my aunt and uncle while I figure out my life. But man, looking for a job and housing at the same time is depressing. Planning a career is merciless when I was born to make music. My brain writes thousands of songs. Even while I sleep, I blew away music teachers when I was 7. And right now, I wish I wasn't a musician. It would make life so much easier. I'd be able to live just to make money like the rest of the world. And to me, that's gut-wrenching to read this. And what can myself and fans do to kickstart your heart, man?
Man, I mean, I'm never gonna stop because I can't stop. There's this famous quote, and I can't remember who said it, but they say, "Don't do music unless you have to." And that's just so my experience, where I now, like, I'm getting older and I want to have, a sustainable future. And I'm like, man, I am a musician, like, through and through. And so I would say fans and supporters, like, you don't have to do anything. Just you listening to my music makes everything worthwhile. So thank you for listening, and thank you for liking and commenting, because that really has taken the place of community in these days, is people commenting on your posts. And like, as sad and twisted as that is, that's really what we can do and how we can be there for each other right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know with myself, I want to ask you this because let's say live concerts in America won't begin until, let's say, the start of 2022. Do you believe that up and coming artists will be able to survive if there's another year of no live events?
Yeah, life goes on. It's obviously not ideal. Like, wealth and money and success come from interactions between people. And so it's not just the fact that there's no live concerts. It's just the fact that when you shut down the world, you're shutting down the economy of transactions. And while online marketers and e-commerce are doing amazing right now, the rest of the world is suffering. I just saw that in, I can't remember which state it was in, they were dumping 700,000 pounds of potatoes into a landfill because the market between the potato manufacturers and the grocery stores had been completely disrupted because of the quarantine, that they are just wasting all this food right now.
But I know that you actually did something that I thought was really, really cool, Soarin, and you've recently created a virtual creative space for musicians. And explain to me, what is this indie artist meetup and what's it all about?
Yes, for sure. Also, I'm seeing a lot of delay on my video.
I was just about to say that. It looks like you're speaking from your mind. Like, it's all coming out of your mind. And I'm like, this is so brilliant. Oh my God.
You're like from Crash Bandicoot, Dr. Nefarious. You're not really, we just see it from your straight mundane face, but it's all good. There's a thing called post-production. It's all good, man.
I don't think you're going to be able to, you're not going to be able to post-production this. But at
we'll
least
make it like an audio wavelength.
But honestly, I'd rather not see your lips move and understand what you're saying than see your lips move and not hear you.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, let us know, like, what is this whole indie artist meetup like?
Yeah. So it's a group idea that is just like, I want to hang out with musicians. Musicians are the best when they're with each other. And I know, like, the best music that I've ever made in my, like, career, I guess, has been when I was friends with a bunch of musicians. You know, it's too distracting. We're gonna look at this beautiful picture.
Yeah,
okay?
that's fine. I know you see the delay and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's just strange, man.
Hey, that's the reality of the virtual world that we live in right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
But I know that you've actually teamed up with future artists that have actually been on our show in the past, Lily Joy, an ex-Voice contestant. I think that's really cool that yourself and Lily and other musicians are getting together to create this virtual creative space. And my last question for this before we jump into your song is, do you have to know any kind of skills and guitar playing or instrumentals, or can you just kind of go in with an open ear and kind of just figure out what this creative space is all about?
Yeah, honestly, you only need dedication to your music. Like, if you're making stuff, then we want to hang out with you every week and uplift you.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. I love that. And you know what? We're going to play one of your original songs right now, which I love. This song's called Prefer the Silence.
Take all of the endorphins out. I don't know how I will see you now. I can't believe that it's the same face that made me feel the way that we did at the start. Endless bliss just turned dark, and the degree of the pain is the degree of the love. And tick-tock, heaven's on the way. Feel the silence, press it in. Take us out because we don't want to talk about it. Tick-tock, death is coming in at the end of what we'll say, and we know it, so maybe we'd prefer the silence. No stopping now, can't talk it out. It's coming, so maybe we'd prefer the silence. I've been hearing silence, even with the crying, and I'd be lying to say that we will make it out here. I'm seeing the signs, it's the end of our time. I can't take it, so baby, let's not talk about it. Take all the love that we felt and load it up into a gun. Lay our heads side by side, look into each other's eyes. Say a prayer one last time. The bullet lights a final sigh as we breathe out and close our eyes. I don't wanna waste your time telling you that you are just not right for me, cause I don't wanna waste breath on lies. The best I've ever had is looking in my eyes. I've been hearing silence, even with the crying. I'd be lying to say that we will make it out here. I'm seeing the signs, it's the end of our time. I can't take it, so baby, let's not talk about it. Tick-tock, heaven's on the way. Walk it out or walk away. I'm afraid that anyway it's ending tragic. Tick-tock, death is coming in at the end of what we'll say, and we know it, so maybe we'd prefer the silence. No stopping now, can't talk it out. It's coming, maybe we'd prefer the silence. Ain't no stopping now, can't talk it out. It's coming, and maybe we'd prefer the silence.
That's right. That was Soarin. That's his song, Prefer the Silence. And Soarin, for anybody who doesn't know where you're at on social media, where can they follow you?
Yeah, all my handles are Soarin Music. So Instagram is Soarin Music, and it's spelled Soaring without the G, Soarin. And same for YouTube, Soarin Music.
Hey, that's what I like to hear, brother.
Seriously,
I mean,
amazing.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's so good, man, and I'm looking forward to it. And in 2021, are we going to expect some kind of EP, or?
You're going to hear a lot from me in 2021.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Coronavirus ain't stopping this musician. Anytime soon. I love it, my friend. Thank you again
Right.
for joining the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.